Hello everyone, I am Mylene Lumiktin. I am the first reporter in Chapter 12, The Brief and the Outline. The Brief and the Outline. First, the General Argumentative Brief. The definition. A general argumentative brief is a document containing all the evidences and arguments, arranged in logical sequence on a given side of a given proposition. The general argumentative brief is impersonal in the sense that it is not intended to fit any particular audience and is prepared without audience in mind. In the brief, the organization of materials is the base illustrated. In it, the logical sequence of the information intended to convince the reader is presented through proper coordination and correlation of materials, evidence, argument, and proof by elevating the primary elements and subordinating the secondary elements. So, ang general argumentative brief kay isa ni siya diri nato makita ang document nga containing siya in all evidences and arguments. Tas ang general argumentative brief kay hanay na sad siya diri and arranged na in logical sequence. So sa ato pa mao ni ang summary sa atong mga reason or evidence nga atong gamiton para suportahan ang atong proposition. Next, the purpose of the general argumentative brief. The general argumentative brief is prepared for either one of the following purposes. First, to serve as a whole statement of the case without additional comment of any kind. Diri nagpasabot nga ang document kinahanglan maghatag og kompleto nga information bahin sa kaso nga walay labot nga mga opinion or mga comment. So, ug unsay nahitabo mao ra gyud to ang ihatag nga information, dili dapat dungag-dungagan pa. Second, to serve as a whole statement of the intellectual side of the case as a basis of an oral discussion of the question in full. So, diri nga side ang document is mag-serve po siya as a whole statement bahin sa intellectual side of the case. So kini nga statement magamit ni siya as a basihan sa usa ka oral discussion or debate bahin sa issue. Generally, the general argumentative brief serves as the storehouse of information from which the debater draws the materials for use before a particular audience. The brief distinguished from the outline. The brief is entirely impersonal in that it is prepared for no particular audience. The outline, on the other hand, is personal in the sense that it is intended to fit a particular audience. In preparing the outline, the arguer should take into account the nature of his audience, their education and training, their occupation, their experience, their interests, and their like and dislike. In the preparation of the outline, the brief is used as the basis as the source of information. But in the outline, the logical sequence of the materials organized in the brief need not be observed. It is because the outline is intended to meet certain situations. Thus the brief may be used as the basis of several outlines, each outlines being designed to fit a particular audience. In the brief, every item is expressed in a complete sentence. In the outline, it is expressed in a word or phrase. So, ang brief is impersonal prepared siya bisan wala pa'y mga audience. On the other hand, outline is personal. So, kalahian nila is ang brief is impersonal and the outline is personal. So, diri ang arguer is silbing explaining the nature of his audience. So, ang brief is maybe used as the basis of several outlines. And every item is expressed in a complete sentence. So, ang brief is express siya in a complete sentence. So in the outline, it is expressed in a word or phrase. So in the outline, mag-express siya through the word or kanang phrase. Next, rules governing the drawing of the general argumentative brief. Student of argumentation and debate should be familiar with and should carefully observe the following rules for brief drawing. The rules for brief drawing is general. A brief should be divided into the introduction, the discussion, and the conclusion. So, ang brief is gibahin ni siya sa tulo ka party. The introduction, the discussion, o the conclusion. B. The idea should be stated in complete sentence which should be arranged in headings and subheadings. So, ang idea is kanang gi-state ni siya in complete sentence nga kanang hanay or arrange na siya in headings and subheadings. C. The relation of the items of information to one another should be indicated by indentation and with the use of numbers and letters as symbol. So, ang diri na siya nagamit og numbers and letters. D. A change of symbol should always indicate a change of relation. E. Headings and subheadings should be marked with only one symbol. The rules for the introduction. F. The introduction should contain all the information needed for a thorough understanding of the proposition, such as the definition, explanation, and admission. G. The introduction should present a statement of the issues and of the elements in partition. H. There should be no attempt at immediate discussion. So, because, and for should not be used. So, diri nga time ang words nga so, because, og for is dili ni siya pwede gamiton sa pasiuna. The rules for the discussion. I. In the discussion, every main heading should support the proposition, and every subheading in turn should support the main heading. So, dire ang discussion is every main heading is kanang kinahanglan siya nga mo support sa proposition. Then every subheading kinahanglan po siya nga mo support sa main heading. J. The relation of the subheading to the main headings should always be shown by because or for. So, ang relation sa subheading to the main heading is kanang always be makita siya by because or for. Key. The subheading must be arranged as much as is consistent with logical sequence in the order of a climax. L. Each heading or subheading should express one argument. M. Refutation should be expressed in such a way as to make clear the argument to be answered and the method of the refutation to be employed. So, the rules for the conclusion. N. In the conclusion, the step taken in arriving at the decision should be clearly presented. O. The conclusion should contain the summary of the arguments adduced in the discussion. So, ang kalahian sa outline o brief, ang outline usa ka plano nga nagpakita sa structure, arrangement, organization sa maong argument. Ang outline sad mahimong gamiton isip giya sa paghimo sa brief. So, ang brief is usa siya ka detalyado nga document nga naglangkob sa tanang mga argument or evidences. And that's all my assigned topic, and thank you.